feel like I've been growing some balls lately because the energy inside of me has not been soft or subtle or quiet or nice. It's been so fiery. I have had this huge provocation inside my body that wants me to shout some messages. And the message that I'm here to shout today is one that life can be effortless. There is an effortlessness available in our lives. It is a reality that we can have. Effortlessness, effortlessness, effortlessness. In all the noise, in all the busyness, in all the doing that gets done, in all the illusions that we buy into, believing that all the answers are not within but on the outside. All of that is not a reality of effortlessness. All of that is a reality of different levels of struggle and pain. And the reason why is because that reality is one that's based on the illusion that we are separate human beings. That we are this personality that's separate from everything and everybody else. And there has been a paradigm of consciousness that entered my world, at least consciously this year, and it's the paradigm of consciousness, of unity consciousness, of being at one with everything, of being at one with our quantum selves, which is in relationship with everything and everyone, just on different frequencies. Now, in the paradigm of separation, there can only be fallout that happens. I see it on Facebook all the time. I saw a very high profile personal awareness leader in Australia write a post, and the post talked about the day in the life of an entrepreneur, and it was struggle after struggle after struggle. Struggle with the banks, struggle with clients, conflict with clients, etc., etc., etc. And the thing was that the struggle was positioned in a way that it was honorable. It was honorable to survive the struggle and to keep on going on despite all that struggle. And I was looking at that post thinking, oh my goodness, I do not believe in that version of reality. I don't believe it anymore. And so it provoked me to appreciate, and I've been sharing this with my clients, to appreciate the paradigm of consciousness that I and my clients are sourced by, because this paradigm of consciousness has no fallout. There is no fallout in this paradigm of consciousness. Doesn't always mean that it's easy, because sometimes we dislocate ourselves from that paradigm of consciousness, but when we are connected at one with that paradigm of consciousness, of unity consciousness, there is no fallout. There is only effortlessness. There is only instantaneous, multidimensional creations, achievements, success in whatever way or whatever form that means to the person. Now let me give you some examples. Instantaneous, effortless creations. I received a message by somebody, a client who I've had only a couple of conversations with. And this client wrote and said that he achieved his biggest sale ever, 40% higher than his previous record. And he listed a whole lot of other achievements in that message that had happened in his most momentous week of business in all of the years that he's been in business. And the reason that that happened was because he, until recently, had disabled himself from making choices. Why? Because he did not trust the choices that he made. Why? Because the choices that he made in the past were choices that had huge financial and emotional impact on his family in a devastating kind of way. And so he disabled his ability to make choices. He did not realize this until we spoke. He, without going into the process of it, re-enabled his ability to make choices. And look what happened. Instantaneous achievements, effortless. How did he finish that post that he wrote? Ease and grace, people. Ease and grace. Effortlessness. There was no struggle. And he had absolutely his balls on in this week when he led the conversation. He led the conversation in a ballsiness. And it's why, one of the reasons why he achieved what he achieved that week. Another client, and I can't go into the details because it's confidential, but another massive win. Now I know I'm talking about financial wins here. This was a financial win of a $300,000 project that occurred effortlessly. And not only that, he gets to showcase the whole of his business in this win. He and I have been working together now for 4 years. His business is now part of this program. How does this happen? It does not happen from anything that you do. It does not happen from anything that you learn outside of yourself. It does not happen from any skill or any piece of knowledge that you've learnt from outside, from others. It happens because these people have up-leveled their level of consciousness. Their level of consciousness, that's what they've invested in. Up-leveling their level of consciousness. That's what they invested in. When they up-leveled their level of consciousness, what falls away are all the things that they thought they needed to be and do. It falls away. The stories drop, not just for a little time, not just for a little piece of relief, but 100% in totality. They drop. They're completed. Sometimes the thoughts and feelings of those stories may still arise, but they have the awareness to see that and they let it go. I've written about this paradigm of no more suffering and of effortlessness. And I've had people write back saying, "You're in denial." No, I'm not. There is a time when we must experience pain and suffering. We must believe in who we're not. We must experience conflict and chaos and turmoil and stress and huge amounts of fallout. We must. I have experienced it myself. And we do that so that we can break open and remember who we really are. And so that contrasting reality is perfectly delicious and perfectly needed and honored in the awakening process. But there comes a point, and it's the point that I find myself in now, and the point that the people that I support find themselves in now. There comes a point when suffering is complete. There comes a time when the stories of our ego come into full completion and we start to live on what's on the other side of that. And what's on the other side of that is effortlessness, is grace, is ease, is joy. These are just not words that we read in books and think, wouldn't it be nice? But they are real experiences. And so I want to shout it from the rooftops. This paradigm of reality is real, it's here, and it's available. If you invest in up-leveling your level of consciousness, that will feed that reality into existence. That's it for today. Thank you.